Emily sat on her bed, staring at her phone. The sunlight streamed through her window, illuminating the dust particles dancing in the air. It was a beautiful day, but her heart felt heavy. Just a few months ago, she and her best friend Mia would have been outside laughing and sharing secrets. Now, Mia lived hundreds of miles away, and Emily felt the distance like a thick fog wrapping around her. Mia had moved to another state for her dad's job, and at first they promised to stay in touch. They texted every day, sharing everything, from funny memes to deep thoughts about life. But as the weeks passed, Emily noticed the messages became less frequent. Mia was busy with her new school, making new friends, and exploring a new city. Emily was happy for her, but couldn't shake the feeling of being left behind. Sitting on her bed, Emily picked up her phone again. She scrolled through their old conversations, smiling at the silly jokes they had shared. But then, the smile faded. Mia's last message from a week ago was just a simple, "Hey, how are you?" Emily felt a pang of sadness. She wanted to reach out to tell Mia how much she missed her, but the words felt stuck in her throat. "What's wrong with me?" Emily whispered to herself, frustration bubbling up. She knew she should reach out. But what if Mia was too busy? What if she didn't care as much anymore? The thought made Emily's heart ache. She wanted to be the brave person in her favorite movies, the one who reaches out and fights for their friendships. But right now she felt small and afraid. With a sigh, she set her phone down and walked over to her window. Outside, kids were playing in the park, their laughter echoing in the air. Emily watched them, wishing she could join in, wishing she could feel the same joy. She missed Mia's laughter, the way it felt like sunshine on a cloudy day. They had shared so many adventures, together riding bikes, going to the beach, and staying up late talking about their dreams. Now, everything felt muted and gray. Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. What if she wrote Mia a letter? A real letter, not a text. It felt old-fashioned, but maybe that was what she needed to do. Writing it down would let her say everything she wanted without worrying about how Mia would respond. With renewed determination, Emily grabbed a notebook and a pen as she sat at her desk. She took a deep breath and began to write, "Dear Mia, I hope you're doing well. I miss you so much. Things aren't the same without you here. It feels like a part of me is missing. I think about all our fun times together and it makes me smile. It also makes me sad because I wish we could have those moments again. I know you're busy with your new school and making new friends. I'm really happy for you. But I just want you to know that I'm here and I care about you. It's hard not being able to talk to you like we used to. I miss our late-night chats and all our silly adventures. I hope we can find a way to reconnect. Maybe we can set up a video call, or I can come visit you during the summer. Just know that you're always in my heart, no matter how far apart we are. Love, Emily as. She finished the letter. Tears filled her eyes. It felt good to express her feelings, to let Mia know that she still cared. She folded the letter carefully, placing it in an envelope. Then she grabbed her phone and sent Mia a quick message. "Hey, I wrote you a letter. Can I send it to you?" After hitting send, Emily felt a mix of anxiety and hope. She paced around her room, glancing at the clock. Would Mia respond? What if she didn't? But deep down, a small voice reminded her that taking this step was brave. It showed that she valued their friendship and wanted to fight for it. Just then her phone buzzed. Emily rushed to it, her heart racing. It was a message from Mia. "Of course, I'd love that. I miss you too. Let's video call this weekend." Wave of relief washed over Emily. Mia still cared. The thought made her smile, and she felt lighter. Maybe distance didn't have to mean the end of their friendship. Maybe it could be a new beginning. They could find ways to stay connected, to share their lives despite the miles, as Emily prepared to send off the letter. She realized that being brave didn't always mean doing something big. Sometimes it was just about reaching out and being honest about how you felt. She hoped this letter would bridge the gap between them, bringing back the warmth and laughter they had shared. With a determined heart, she sealed the envelope and made her way to the mailbox. She dropped it in. She looked up at the sky, feeling a sense of hope. No matter the distance, she knew their friendship was strong enough to withstand anything. They would find a way to reconnect, and Emily was ready to fight for it. Emily stood by her window, watching the leaves flutter in the gentle breeze. It had been a week since she sent the letter to Mia, and although she had received a reply, she still felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. Mia had agreed to video call her this weekend, but the wait felt like an eternity. Every day, Emily wondered what they would talk about and if things would feel different now that they were apart as the weekend approached. Emily prepared for the call. She tidied her room, wanting everything to look just right. She even picked out a bright yellow shirt, the one Mia always said looked good on her. It was funny how a simple shirt could give her a little boost of confidence. She wanted to show Mia that she was still the same Emily, even if miles separated them. Finally, the day of the call arrived. Emily checked the clock again and again, her heart racing. She had set up her laptop on her desk, making sure the camera was angled perfectly. At 3 p.m., her phone buzzed. It was a message from Mia. "Can't wait to see you. I'm logging on." Now, Emily took a deep breath, feeling a mix of excitement and nerves. She clicked on the video call link and waited. A moment later, Mia's face appeared on the screen, and Emily's heart soared. Mia looked a little different with her new haircut. But her smile was the same, a bright light that filled Emily's heart with warmth. "Emily," Mia exclaimed, her eyes sparkling. "I'm so happy to see you." "Me too," Emily replied, grinning from ear to ear. "You look great. How's everything going?" Mia started to share stories about her new school, her teachers, and the friends she had made. Emily listened intently, laughing at Mia's funny stories about her classes and the different food in her new city. It felt wonderful to hear Mia's voice again, but as their conversation flowed, Emily also felt a twinge of sadness. She missed their shared experiences and the adventures they used to have together. "Sometimes, I feel like I'm missing out on so much," Emily admitted, trying to keep her voice steady. "It's hard not being there with you." "I know," Mia said softly, her expression shifting to one of understanding. "I miss you too. The other day I saw a place that reminded me of our favorite ice cream shop, and it made me think of you." Emily smiled at the memory. "That place had the best sundaes. We should plan a trip back together when I visit." "Yes, that would be amazing." Mia's enthusiasm lit up the screen. "We can explore all the places we love. I'll show you my new favorite spots too." They talked about their plans. Emily felt a sense of hope blooming inside her. Even though they were apart, they could still create new memories. "What if we start a weekly call?" Emily suggested. "We can share what's happening in our lives, just like we used to." "That's a great idea," Mia replied, her eyes sparkling. "We can even have virtual movie nights, or read the same book and discuss it. It'll be like we're still hanging out." Emily's heart swelled with joy. This was the kind of connection she had been longing for. They could bridge the distance with their friendship, and it felt empowering to know they could make it work. As the call continued, Emily felt the sadness begin to lift. They talked about everything: school, friends, and even their dreams for the future. Mia shared her aspirations of becoming an artist, while Emily revealed her passion for writing. They inspired each other, reminding one another of their strengths and talents. "I believe in you, Emily," Mia said sincerely. "You have such a gift for storytelling. I can't wait to read your stories one day." "Thanks, Mia. That means a lot coming from you," Emily replied, feeling a warm glow of encouragement. "I've been working on a new story, and I'd love to share it with you." As the call came to an end, Emily felt a sense of fulfillment she hadn't experienced in a long time. "Let's make this a regular thing," she said. "I want to hear all about your adventures, and I want you to know what's happening in my life too." "Absolutely," Mia agreed, her smile brightening the screen. "No matter how far apart we are, we'll always be best friends." After the call, Emily sat back in her chair, reflecting on their conversation. She realized that even though they were physically distant, their friendship was still strong. They could still share laughs, support each other, and create memories. Even from afar, feeling empowered by their connection, Emily grabbed her notebook and began to write. She started a new story about two friends who, despite the distance between them, created a magical bridge that allowed them to visit each other whenever they wanted. It was a story of hope, love, and friendship, inspired by her own journey with Mia. as she wrote. Emily felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. She knew their friendship could withstand the challenges of distance. With determination in her heart, she vowed to keep reaching out, to keep nurturing their bond no matter what. In that moment, Emily understood that real friendships could transcend any distance. She felt ready to face whatever came next, knowing that with hope and courage, she could keep the connection alive. And with that thought, she smiled, knowing that the best was yet to come. Emily woke up to the sound of her phone buzzing on her nightstand. She rubbed her eyes and picked it up, hoping for a message from Mia. It had been a few weeks since their last video call. Emily missed her friend more than ever. She opened the messaging app and smiled when she saw a new message from Mia. "Hey, I've been thinking about you. How have you been? Feeling a rush of warmth?" Emily quickly typed back, "I've been good. Just busy with school. I miss you so much. Want to call this weekend?" As she hit send, Emily felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She had been thinking about how to reconnect with Mia, and this call was her chance. They'd been best friends for years, and even though Mia had moved away, Emily knew their friendship was special. The weekend came, and Emily prepared for the call. She set up her laptop in her favorite spot by the window where the sunlight poured in. She wanted everything to be perfect. She even made a cup of her favorite hot chocolate to enjoy during their chat. At 3 p.m., just like before, Emily clicked on the call link. Mia appeared on the screen, and Emily's heart lifted. Mia looked happy and was wearing a bright scarf that made her glow. "Emily," Mia exclaimed, her eyes shining. "What's so good to see you again." "Hi, Mia." "Amazing," Emily said, feeling the warmth of their friendship wash over her. They started chatting about their lives, sharing funny stories and updates. Mia told Emily about her new friends and how she was adjusting to her new school. Emily listened, smiling and laughing along, but inside, she felt a little sad. She missed sharing those experiences with Mia in person. "I was thinking," Mia said, her tone curious, "what if we do something special to stay connected, like a project together?" Emily's heart raced. "What do you mean?" "Well, we could start a blog where we share our stories and adventures, even if we're apart. We can write about things we love or even start a story together." Emily's excitement bubbled up. "That sounds amazing. I've always wanted to write a story with you." "Great." Mia grinned. "Could take turns writing chapters. It'll be like our own little world," as they brainstormed ideas for their blog. Emily felt a surge of hope. This was a way to bridge the distance between them, to create something meaningful together. They could still be a part of each other's lives, even from far away. After they finished their call, Emily felt inspired. She grabbed her notebook and began to jot down ideas for their blog. They could write about their favorite books, movies, and even their dreams. It would be a place where they could share their thoughts and keep their friendship strong. The next day, Emily created their blog and sent the link to Mia. "I can't wait for you to see it," she wrote. Mia replied almost immediately. "This is awesome. Let's write our first post together." They decided to write about their friendship and how they were finding ways to stay connected despite the distance. As they wrote, Emily felt a sense of pride. They were taking control of their friendship, finding ways to keep it alive and vibrant. Over the next few weeks, they continued to write on their blog, sharing stories, thoughts, and even silly pictures. Emily felt a renewed sense of joy. Each time she received a message from Mia, it was like a little spark of happiness in her day. One day, Mia suggested they do a virtual movie night. "We can pick a movie to watch together and chat while we're watching it," she said excitedly. "That sounds fun," Emily replied, feeling her heart lift. They picked an adventure movie they both loved, and as they watched, they laughed and commented on their favorite parts. It felt almost like old times, and Emily couldn't believe how much she enjoyed it. As the weeks turned into months, Emily realized that they were creating new memories together. Their friendship was evolving, but it was still strong. They talked about their dreams, hopes, and fears, supporting each other through the ups and downs of life. One evening, while writing on their blog, Emily had an idea. "What if we plan a trip to see each other?" she suggested in a message to Mia. We could meet in the middle, or even at my place. Mia responded with enthusiasm. Yes, I'd love that. Let's make it happen. They began planning their visit, excited to finally see each other in person again. Emily could hardly wait to show Mia all her favorite places, the park, the ice cream shop, and even her favorite bookstore. As the day of their reunion approached, Emily felt a mix of excitement and nerves. What if things felt different? If they had changed too much? But then she remembered all the moments they had shared, the laughter and support that had kept their friendship alive. When the day finally arrived, Emily stood at the park, her heart pounding. She had arrived early, wanting everything to be perfect. And then she saw Mia, walking toward her with a huge smile. Time seemed to stand still as they ran toward each other and hugged tightly. I can't believe we're finally together, Mia exclaimed, her eyes shining with joy. I know. It feels amazing, Emily replied, feeling tears of happiness welling up in her eyes as they spent the day together. Exploring old haunts and creating new memories, Emily knew that their friendship was unbreakable. They had faced the challenge of distance and come out stronger. Together, they had forged a bond that could withstand anything as the sun began to set. Casting a warm glow over the park, Emily felt hopeful about the future. No matter where life took them, she knew they would always find a way to stay connected. Their friendship was a testament to the power of love and determination, and it filled her heart with endless hope. Emily stood at the edge of the park, her heart racing with excitement and a bit of nervousness. Today was the day she would finally see Mia again, after months of video calls and messages. They had planned this visit for weeks, and Emily wanted everything to be perfect. The sun was shining, birds were singing, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers as she waited. Emily thought about how far their friendship had come. They had faced the challenge of distance together, finding creative ways to stay connected through their blog and virtual movie nights. But nothing could compare to being together in person. She missed Mia's laugh, the way they could talk for hours without running out of things to say. After what felt like an eternity, Emily spotted Mia walking toward her, a bright smile on her face. She looked just like she did in the video calls, but somehow even more vibrant in person. Emily's heart swelled with joy as she ran to meet her friend. Mia, she shouted, wrapping her arms around her. The hug felt warm and familiar, just like old times. Emily, I can't believe we're finally together, Mia exclaimed, stepping back to look at her friend. You look amazing, you too. One missed. You so much, Emily said, her eyes sparkling. What do you want to do first? Mia thought for a moment. How about we get ice cream? I've been dreaming about that place you told me about. Great idea. Let's go, Emily replied, and they began walking to the ice cream shop, chatting and laughing like they had never been apart. As they walked, Emily felt a sense of happiness she hadn't experienced in a long time. It was as if the distance that had separated them melted away with each step. They reached the ice cream shop, and the familiar sound of the bell jingling as they entered filled Emily with nostalgia. They ordered their favorite flavors and took a seat outside. This is just like old times, Mia said, taking a big scoop of her mint chocolate chip ice cream. I miss this. Me too. I can't believe how much I needed this, Emily replied, savoring her strawberry cone. They spent the next hour reminiscing about their adventures, sharing stories about school and laughing over silly memories. After finishing their ice cream, they decided to take a walk through the park. The sun was beginning to set, casting a golden glow over everything. They found a quiet spot near a pond, where the ducks were swimming lazily. Can you believe how much has changed? Mia asked, looking out at the water. But it feels like we never left each other. Emily nodded, her heart full. I was so worried that everything would be different, but it feels just the same. It's like distance can't break our bond. Mia smiled, her eyes shining. You're right. We've worked hard to keep our friendship alive, and it shows. I think it's even stronger now. They sat in comfortable silence for a moment, watching the ducks. Emily took a deep breath, feeling grateful for the time they had together. I've been thinking a lot about our blog and how it helped us stay connected. I really love writing with you. Mia's expression brightened. Me too. I think we should keep it going, even after today. We can share our adventures when we're apart, and it'll be like we're still together. That sounds perfect, Emily replied, and we can plan more visits. I want to come see you too. Yes, let's make it happen, Mia said, her excitement infectious. As they continued to talk about their plans, Emily felt a sense of hope for the future. It was clear that their friendship was strong enough to handle any distance. They had built a bridge of communication and creativity that connected them, no matter where they were. After spending the afternoon in the park, they decided to head back to Emily's house to relax and watch a movie. They settled into the living room, surrounded by blankets and snacks, just like they used to do. The familiar setting felt comforting, and Emily couldn't help but smile as they picked a movie to watch. As the film played, they laughed, commented on the characters, and even quoted their favorite lines. It felt so natural, as if they had never been apart. Emily realized that the distance had taught them to appreciate their time together even more. When the movie ended, the sun had set, and the room was filled with the soft glow of fairy lights. Mia turned to Emily, her expression serious but warm. I want you to know how much you mean to me. Even when we were apart, you were always in my heart. Emily felt tears prick at her eyes. You mean so much to me too, Mia. I was scared that we would drift apart, but this visit has shown me that we can always find a way back to each other. Exactly, Mia said, her voice filled with conviction. We're stronger together. No matter the distance, I believe we can handle anything life throws at us. They hugged again, feeling the warmth of their friendship wrapping around them like a cozy blanket. In that moment, Emily knew that their bond was unbreakable. They had proven that love and friendship could conquer any obstacle. As the night went on, they talked about their dreams, their fears, and everything in between. They made promises to support each other, no matter what. Emily felt a surge of hope for the future, knowing that their friendship was a source of strength and inspiration. When it was time for Mia to go home, Emily walked her to the door, feeling both happy and sad. I can't believe how wonderful today was. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me, Mia replied, giving her a final hug. This isn't goodbye. It's just the beginning of more adventures. As Mia walked away, Emily felt a sense of peace. They had faced the challenge of distance together and come out stronger. No matter where life led them, she knew that their friendship would always be a guiding light, filled with hope and love. Emily woke up to the sound of birds chirping outside her window, a cheerful reminder of the new day. It had been a week since she spent that wonderful day with Mia, and the memories of their time together filled her heart with warmth. But now, as she prepared for another day of school, a familiar feeling of distance crept back in. Even though they had made plans to keep in touch and work on their blog, Emily couldn't shake the worry that life would pull them apart again. She missed Mia's daily presence, the little moments they used to share, and the way they could talk about anything and everything. After school, Emily decided to take action. She sat down at her desk, opened her laptop, and started typing on their blog. The title of her new post was How to Keep Friendship Alive Across Miles. As she wrote, she reflected on everything they had done to stay connected. Distance can be hard, but friendship is stronger, she typed, recalling their video calls, ice cream outings, and movie nights. If you truly care about someone, you can find ways to be there for them no matter how far apart you are. As she finished the post, Emily felt a sense of empowerment. She realized that fighting for her friendship with Mia was worth it. They had already built something beautiful. She was determined to keep it thriving. That evening, she sent Mia a message. Hey, I wrote a new blog post. Let's share our top tips for staying connected. Mia replied quickly, I love that idea. Let's do a video call this weekend to brainstorm more ideas together. Excited by the thought, Emily began to plan their call. She wanted to make it special. She decided to prepare a fun surprise for Mia. She would create a scrapbook of their memories together to share during the call. It would be a way to celebrate their friendship and remind them both of the bond they shared. Over the next few days, Emily gathered photos, ticket stubs, and little notes that represented their friendship. She laughed as she remembered all the silly moments they had shared. From their first concert to their late-night talks under the stars, each item brought back a flood of memories that filled her with joy. Finally, the weekend arrived and Emily set up her laptop in her cozy corner, surrounded by the scrapbook. When the video call started, she couldn't contain her excitement. "Mia, I have something special for you," Emily said, her eyes sparkling. "Really? What is it?" Mia asked, leaning closer to the screen. Emily opened the scrapbook and began to flip through the pages. "Look, this is from our first day of school together. Remember how nervous we were?" Mia laughed, her voice filled with nostalgia. "I can't believe we were so scared. We've come so far since then." As they continued to go through the scrapbook, they shared stories and feelings. They laughed at the goofy pictures and reminisced about their adventures. Emily felt a deep sense of connection, as if the distance didn't matter at all. "This is amazing." "Emily, thank you for putting this together," Mia said, her eyes shining with emotion. "It's a reminder that no matter where we are, we'll always have these memories." "I wanted you to know how much you mean to me," Emily replied, her voice sincere. "Realize that even though we're apart, we can still create new memories and keep our friendship strong." "I feel the same way," Mia said. "We've built something really special, and I don't want to lose that." They talked for hours, discussing their hopes and dreams for the future. Mia shared her excitement about a new art project she was working on, while Emily talked about a story she was writing. They encouraged each other, reminding one another of their strengths and talents. As the conversation flowed, Emily felt a wave of hope wash over her. She knew that they could continue to nurture their friendship, no matter the distance. They were committed to making it work, and that made all the difference. After the call, Emily felt inspired. She wanted to take their friendship to the next level. She decided to organize a virtual reunion for all their friends from school. It would be a way to reconnect everyone and celebrate the bonds they had built over the years. Over the next few days, Emily reached out to their friends, explaining her idea. To her delight, everyone was excited to join in. They planned a virtual hangout where they could play games, chat, and share updates from their lives. Finally, the day of the virtual reunion arrived. Emily set up her laptop and decorated the screen with fun backgrounds and colorful graphics. When everyone logged in, the chat was filled with laughter and excitement. "Emily," their friends shouted, waving at her from their screens. Mia joined in, and together, they welcomed everyone. The reunion was a blast. They played games, shared stories, and even had a talent show where everyone showcased their skills. Emily felt a rush of happiness seeing everyone together, even if it was through a screen. It reminded her that friendship could thrive, no matter the distance. As the night went on, Emily looked around at her friends, feeling grateful for the connections they had built. They had all grown and changed, but their bonds remained strong. At the end of the reunion, Emily felt a sense of fulfillment. She had taken action to bring everyone together, and it had worked. She realized that by reaching out, she could create new experiences and keep her friendships vibrant. After the call, Mia messaged her. "That was so much fun. Thank you for organizing everything. You really know how to bring people together." Emily smiled as she read the message. "Couldn't have done it without you? Let's keep this going. Can plan more virtual hangouts." As she settled into bed that night, Emily felt a sense of hope and determination. Distance might separate them physically, but their friendships were stronger than ever. She had learned that, with effort, love, and creativity, she could keep her connections alive. Emily drifted off to sleep, with a smile on her face, ready to embrace whatever the future held. She knew that no matter where life took her and Mia, they would always find a way to stay close at heart. Their friendship was a journey, and she was excited to see where it would lead next.